Hi guys, my name is Clem Buckley. Welcome back to another video. This video is the second part to a video I released last week where we're looking at the scale shapes that go with the open chords. I find a lot of guitar students I've taught over the years and encountered don't know these shapes. I just think it's very important that you know these, because when you're playing these chords, just to know that you have all these options under your fingers can really help your creativity and come up with some great ideas and licks for your guitar playing. So last week, guys, we looked at C, its relative minor A minor, and we looked at G and its relative minor E minor. So this week we're going to actually cover a little bit more. We're going to look at D, its relative minor B minor. We're going to look at A, its relative minor F sharp minor, and we're going to look at E major and its relative minor C sharp minor. So like I was saying to you guys last week, the tabs and the scale diagrams of this are available on the link below. I'll send you to my website where you'll be able to download the tabs and the diagrams. I'd suggest just looking at last week's video as well, just to get you up to speed on what I'm doing here. I'll just dive straight in here, assuming you've seen what I taught you last week. So we're going to start off with a 1 octave D major scale here under our fingers. Sounds like this. And as I was saying last week, obviously we can keep going, so I'll show you the rest of the notes that are under my fingers here in this scale. We can add that note in as well if you want. So again, as I was explaining last week, just knowing these notes are under your fingers is very helpful. Gives you lots of options of little things you can add to the chord. Again, last week, I'm going to show you the lower octave of this scale. So if I start here on D, the next note in the scale is E. So I'm going to jump to the lowest E on the guitar. So we're going to go D, down to E, up to F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D. So I'll play that again for you. Back down. You can hear I don't have an extra note to go to, so I use the higher to complete the scale. So knowing those lower notes, you can use them for riffs. We can also use them as passing notes to other chords. Something simple like that. I went from a D to a G to an A there. So let's look at D's relative minor B minor. As I explained to you last week, guys, these are all the exact same notes from the D major scale. The B minor scale is the exact same notes starting on the 6th degree of the scale. So the 6th degree of the scale is D, E, F sharp, G, A, B. Or I explained last week, we can go back down from D, D, C sharp, B. I went backwards down the scale there, so ending on B. That's the way to get to the 6th degree of the scale. So let's look at the B minor scale here in this position. And we can keep going like we did last week. And we can go up as well. If you want to jump all the way up to the 7th fret there. We have a choice here, guys. We have the 2nd string open and the 4th fret are the same. So you can interchange those two notes. So I could go like this. Or I could end on the open string there. So we have two options there. So again, same thing applies, guys. So I'm making all of this up as I go along. Some of it may not sound amazing, but you get the idea. With a bit of fine tuning, you can come up with some great ideas for guitar riffs or great ideas for your songs as well. So let's look at A and its relative minor, F sharp minor. So A is... And again, we can go up the second octave. I'm going to start with my first finger here. You'll see why in a second. And again, we can combine both octaves. And back down. There's many different ways we could finger that either way, up or down. So whatever you're most comfortable with. Again, just the lower notes of that on the 6th string. Just a few extra notes there. So again, just show you a few little ideas here. I'm going to do a little trick where I'm going to hold the 3 notes of the A down with one finger, just freeing up the rest of my hands. I get something like this. Again, just making this stuff up as I go along. F sharp minor. We're going to use the exact same notes. Probably most people would play just here as it's going to be under our fingers. But again, it's good to know the open notes that are possible if we're playing something like an F sharp minor 11. We might be in this position. So again, it's just knowing what notes are under our fingers there. So I'll just play F sharp minor here with the open chords, 1 octave. So you can see there's a lot of open strings there. So you get little things like that. So again, it just leads itself to ideas that you may not have thought of using that scale. Okay, lastly, guys, we're going to look at the E major scale and its relative minor, C sharp minor. So let's just start with the E major scale. So the first octave goes like this. And then the second octave is up here. Now, I think I played the B in that scale in 2 different places, on the way up and down. On the way up, I used the 4th fret of the 3rd string. On the way down, I used the same note is on the 2nd string open. So again, you have a choice there to go, or you could go. Again, the open strings have a bit of a ring to them. Again, depending on what you wanted to do. Something like that sounds nice with the open strings. Or if you were sliding, you might want to use the fretted note. So again, guys, you get the idea. If all those notes I can play licks, use those notes as passing chords. So let's just go from E to A. Something like that anyway. Very quickly show you the relative minor of E, which is C sharp minor. We'll play it in this position, so I'm going to play a C sharp minor 9 chord. It just keeps us in this part of the guitar. So playing that, starting here. And again, you know that those lower notes as well, and the top notes we can use as well. So I can start using those open strings to my advantage. Something like that anyway. Okay, guys, between those 2 videos, there's a lot of stuff to look at there. Take your time with it. Just allow your fingers to digest those shapes. Don't be trying to rush it in and throw it into everything you know. You really want to be able to play those shapes without even thinking about it. and then just start to experiment. And hopefully now you'll start hearing the stuff in music as well, and just basically be brave enough to just try and work it out, or just go for it and just come up with some great ideas yourself. Again, guys, the tabs and the scale diagrams are available at my website. Please, while you're there, have a look at my book. It's going to teach you everything you need to know. Everything I'm doing in these videos is covered in this book. All this stuff. There's a few lessons on these scales actually where I put them in songs for you. So by learning a song with these and learning the scales with these, it really helps cement what you need to do to really get this into your guitar playing. So along with the book, it teaches you everything from tuning the guitar, your very first strumming patterns, adding these passing notes in, whether they're licks or passing notes to other chords. And it just keeps on going, guys. Finger picking, rhythm guitar, funk guitar, learning how to play guitar solos, all this kind of stuff. So it's going to get you from knowing absolutely nothing to getting you really on the road to being a great guitar player. So please check that out. Also, guys, please like and subscribe, and please hit the bell icon so you know when my videos are coming out. I'm trying to release a video every week, so I'd love to get some ideas from you guys as well. It'd be great to have some ideas and input from you out there as well. So please come back, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you again next week.